Legend of War here, and today we've got a Rating Your Doomstack video covering a Nurgle Doomstack, which we'll see if this turns out to be good. We've got a Beast of Nurgle Doomstack, right? So pretty late in the campaign, we're looking at around turn 150, and he's got 46% physical resistance on these Beasts of Nurgle. Now they have 20% physical resistance by default, and then you get an additional 20% from here, and then I guess you get 6% through the skill line there. Now, there's only 19 units in the army. What he said was that in the lead up to this battle happening, there was another hero attached in the army, and that hero got wounded. So, I'll make an exception for this situation here, because normally I expect that the Doomstack be at full strength, but, you know, it was a hero. I don't think we need to rely on it too much. Since it's supposed to be a Beast of Nurgle Doomstack, and none of the Beasts of Nurgle are damaged, we can go in and see how it goes. So we've got 3 armies coming at us. Definitely not the most impressive test ever, but I don't expect that much out of these units anyway, and it's not that expensive, so I'll give it a chance. It says auto-resolve decisive defeat, and we'll just see how they go. So yeah, we need to not rely too heavily on the heroes. We're supposed to be relying on the Beast of Nurgle. Now, he's gone up against a very missile-heavy army, so if this army can win against that, then that's pretty good. I don't think it'd be good to send this in against demons, because that physical resistance will mean nothing against them. But yeah, if you're using it against mortal factions, which is the primary enemy for Nurgle anyway, then if it does well, then it should be fine. Just gotta watch out for units like Ice Guard, which do magical attacks. But we'll see. Let's see. Alright, I don't think this army is so fantastic that we should just let them have every single advantage that they can get. So, the best thing to do would be to park ourselves here and just charge in as soon as they come in. But I feel like that'll be kind of too easy and not really testing it out enough. So, I'm going to let them come in, but I'm going to go kill the first army. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay.
A sensible location. Grandfather asks it.
We'll see how this does. Now, since there's really not that many units in here that have magical attacks, I don't think that was necessarily a good choice, the Locus of Fecundity, because these already regenerate on their own. You've got 2 Nurgle casters here. Both of them could do Overcasted Fleshy Abundance. That's just an excessive amount of healing. I mean, that one doesn't require Winds of Magic, but still. I think you would have been way better off having damage dealers. So I'm not gonna say that's a good idea. Because yeah, you can only heal 75% of a unit's max health. After that, this goes to waste. Oh, this guy's getting wrecked. Might be better just putting him on the ground. Chromatic Tome. That's good if we want to use unlimited Winds of Magic, but I'm not going to use that in this battle. Because we're here to test this out, not Kugath being able to cast unlimited spells. But so far, we're not really taking much damage, despite getting shot by Streltsy. Yeah, Streltsy and Armored Cossars over there. Armored Cossars will just run out of ammunition, but regular Cossars probably won't. So that's why you want to have all these healers, just to heal the bloody Plague Riddens, because they're getting targeted. How's Kugath's regeneration or resistances? Yeah, he can resist it quite a bit if he gets shot. Now remember, when we're doing Rate Your Doomstack videos, it's important not to fight these battles perfectly, because a lot of the times these Doomstacks are supposed to be idiot-proof, right? So we kind of have to turn up our brain a little bit and just let them fight. And the more brainless the Doomstack, the higher the score. Yeah, they're not taking much damage. Not exactly the most amazing stats ever. 48 melee attack, 62 melee defense isn't amazing. Bounce of power slipped away from us. Speed this bit up here. Still more reinforcements to come. We definitely got the better of them on all of this. I also gotta wonder why specifically Kugath as opposed to, I don't know, a Herald of Nurgle. Does it have to be Kugath? I'll have a look at his skill line to see if he's got anything that specifically improves Beast of Nurgle, because I can't remember, because it's been actually quite a while since I played as Kugath. Oh yeah, I could use that. But yeah, when raiding Doomstacks, things like, Legend, you didn't fight the battle perfectly! It doesn't matter, we're not trying to fight the battle perfectly with these ones. Because they're not disaster battles. We're here to test them out, not to win the battle outright. If we test them out as to their best of their ability and still lose the battle, then that's a good test. How's their speed as well? 44 speed. Yeah, they're not the fastest of units, but for a Nurgle unit, that's pretty quick.
Nurgles, come on!
Yeah, no damage on any of them at the moment. Fighting in the trees here might be fairly good. Oh god, it's so tempting to cast a spell in that, but we're not here to test Nurgle magic, so I'm not going to do it. Fucker's getting in my way. I want this one to come back, so...
Yes! They die!
Now, it could also be the case that these guys here are actually taking a fair bit of damage, but they're just healing faster than they're taking damage. So it just depends on how quickly they get their max healing sorted. There we go over here. Oh, yeah. Look, there's just being... How is it outrunning our dude here? Because our dude's a lot faster than... Well, this is a bit faster. But yeah, he was chasing it for a while and he just couldn't catch it. This is why speed is so important. You got to have about 60 speed to be like a really good monster army. Anything under that, it's not great when trying to catch up to infantry. They just take a long time to catch. Because even if you're technically faster than a unit, they can outrun you under various conditions. You know what, as for this one, I'm just going to keep it out of the fight. Okay. Bounce power's getting better. Seems to be handling itself. Getting shot. That's the thing we really need to test this out. Nurgle's big weakness is getting shot all the time. Can this army resist being shot constantly and still manage to win? Now, it's really important that you keep your single entity monsters together. They fight so much better in a big blob as opposed to if you spread them out one at a time. And the reason for that is because they get hit in the back, but if they fight back to back like this, then they don't get hit in the back. I feel like that should have been 160%, but they just forgot to put in the 0, because 16% isn't very much.
The perfect play. My experiment succeeds.
Oh, it's used up nearly all of its ammo. It's either missed constantly, or it really just isn't doing much damage. Not opposed to using this for the Doomstack, because having a cultist in the army is definitely good, just for the extra campaign movement range. Which is always really important. Oh, right, I see. He's a Mortis engine. Is he the one doing all the damage, or are they... Oh, they're getting some decent kills. Alright, dumb blob here. Let's just see how it goes. Yeah, they're dishing out damage reasonably well. Pretty happy with what I'm seeing here. It's performing a lot better than I thought it would. Also, the AI is being a lot stupider than I thought it would as well. They're constantly moving around. They should just stand and shoot. This is performing a lot better than I thought it would. Because, like, I'm not doing a good job here. And these guys are doing a good job. And which is the trademark of a good Doomstack. There's the army losses. Damn. None of them even got close to their max healing. Wasn't the toughest of enemies for sure, but... I really don't like that they took away the healing mark there, letting us know how much regen we have left. I wanted to know what, how much healing was left. Did we rely too heavily, though, on Kugath? Because, yeah, he seems to have been a big contributor to the damage. I mean, this one he got 10,000 damage. Let's have a look at them. Yeah, it's not bad. Considering they're at full strength, and I didn't even use them well, I only cast one spell, which was to heal this dude. That performed a lot better than I thought it did. It would. And we were missing a unit as well. Wow. Okay. Might have to give Nurgle another play. Alright, we need to go in here and have a look at what's Kugath doing that's providing these guys with so much strength. Because, yeah, I hope the other Plague Ridden was a Death Wizard. Because if that was the case, then you've got the Unlimited Winds of Magic without needing the Chromatic Tome. Alright, we just got to get through the turn and have a look at Kugath. Because I didn't notice anything particularly special about Kugath in terms of boosting Beasts of Nurgle. But maybe I overlooked something. Ah, he was also in camp stance, so they had a little bit of extra leadership there. Okay, fair enough. Also, they were very heavily experienced. Okay, let's have a look here. So, Angel of Disease, doesn't do anything. Rotting Ways, no. No. So, he doesn't have any unique skills specifically for Beasts of Nurgle. These are all more or less generic. Yeah, there's the physical resistance, that got them the 6%, and this one over here got them melee attack and spell resistance. Don't really care much about spell resistance. Right. And yeah, we got the Plague that provides physical resistance. Alright. So yeah, you don't even really need to use Kugath. I guess the main reason for Kugath was the Mortis engine. In fact, he got 100,000 damage. Yeah, so you could give it to any army, to any lord, and it would still probably work. Because you get that 46% physical resistance. You get their stats essentially identical. What are the traits here? Disciplined? No. Didn't bother trait farming. That's fine. Repellent, that's fine. So yeah, you could have gotten yourself 4 extra, or even 6 extra melee attack on them. But they killed through the stuff pretty quickly. They got bonus versus infantry. I'm assuming you researched all the stuff that gave boosts to Beasts of Nurgle. Yeah, it did well. It did a lot better than what you'd think it would do. Okay, so in terms of rating it, comparing it to like other factions' Doomstacks might seem a little bit unfair because Nurgle does appear to have kind of the weakest army roster in the game currently. So it's not going to get 10 out of 10. And like I said, it wasn't up against the most toughest opponent ever. You know, a lot of the Doomstacks that have been sent in have been able to handle 4 full stacks. And even then, sometimes I don't give it 10 out of 10. This is leaning more towards around like 8 out of 10, which is still a good score. And it was higher than I thought I was going to give it. When I saw this in my inbox, I was like, yeah, I'm going to shit all over this. But I can't, because it did a good job. I mean, it walked out of this at full strength. But I think that there are many areas that you can send it that it would be super weak. Right, that's one thing that was happening there. The slime trail was reducing enemy melee attack, so that's why we weren't taking so much damage. That's good. And then that provides extra melee defense. So yeah, it's quite tanky. Alright, it's good against mortal opponents, especially ones that don't have as much missile attack, which Kislev does have a lot of missile attacks. So it'd be pretty good against vampires, I imagine. Or Norska. It'd be really good against Norska. I can't imagine this would be very good against Sinch. They just have too much magic attack, they'll bypass all that physical resistance. Probably wouldn't be good against Slanesh or Khorne either, but since they have forced to go into melee, at least you could just get into a blob and do Mortis Engine effects and heal. Whereas Sinch could shoot you and spell you, or do all kinds of nasty crap. But generally speaking, Nurgle is super hard countered by Sinch in the first place. I don't think there's a single army that you could build, apart from like Soul Grinder spam, that will just handily beat Sinch in a cost-effective manner. You just have to work your guts out with that. So yeah, I think 8 out of 10 is fair for this. Very good against mortal enemies, but I would be wary about using it against demons. But yeah, good Doomstack. So I appreciate this guy for sending this in. I think he did a good job building it. Shame about it not being at full strength with at the hero, but I don't think it was needed since I just pulled that guy out anyway. Anyway, that's the end of this one. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time, fuckers. Bye.